Okay, hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be playing with the Natasha Denona Eye Sculpt Texture and Tone Palette. I have the dramatic version and we're going to create a look and talk all about the palette and see how it performs. So if that interests you, just go ahead and keep on watching. But before you do, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know down below looks you want to see with this palette, and should I get the soft version as well. Probably should. Probably will. So anyway, let's get into it with this palette. Here's what she looks like. It is a very, very sleek, large, compact here. Very hefty, heavy, but very sturdy feeling. It has a little bit of like kind of a plastic around here that's see-through. That's kind of a smoky color. I like that. And then the top is this white, kind of, it feels like metal. All right, and then you got a nice big mirror inside, and here is what it looks like. This is the dramatic version, which is the deeper option. I like darker tones, so it was kind of up my alley to go for these colors. I tend to wear a little bit more smokier eyes, and you know, it has nice pretty warm tones in it, and it called to me. But yeah, like I said, I'm probably gonna get the other option too. Next to one of her MIDI palettes, or MIDI palette, right? That's what this is called. This is the Glam palette, for example. We do come in a little bit smaller in size, a little more travel friendly, a little more kit friendly for the makeup artist, which I think is kind of the point. And it's a little bit sturdier feeling, but even though her palettes are usually very sturdy feeling, this one's even more so. It's beefy feeling, so that's the size difference there. And in her normal like MIDI size palettes, you get 15 shades in one of these, and this one you were getting more shades as well as a smaller size. But I think the pan size is the same. But yeah, the pans appear to be the same size, and it does have where you can take them out, rearrange them, whatever, and depot them, as all her palettes have, so that you can have them in a large palette if you are a makeup artist, or if you want to just build your own palette, pop a few shades out for travel. I think that's a really nice idea. If you have something like her, is it the Hypernatural little travel palette? Something like that. It's really handy to be able to pop out a few shades and swap them out and put it into that little palette. So it gives you that option. All right. Had a catastrophe just then. Doofus kitten hopped up behind me and singed his butt on the candle. He's fine. He's fine. It just smells like burnt hair in here now. I made sure he's okay. He's back in here playing. Let's talk about this palette. So in this one, you're getting the 18 shades, and it comes in at the $82 price point, and you have the two colorways. This is an 18 pan essential palette of textures and neutral shades in Natasha's iconic user-friendly velvety soft formulas designed to sculpt and enhance the eyes. Natasha expands her innovative eye sculpting concept with must-have palettes featuring curated textures and tones in a user-friendly layout. Inspired by her HY-GLAM concealer undertone system, each shade is named and arranged by the undertones and overtones, making it effortless to create endless looks from everyday to bold and dramatic, tailored to every skin tone and preference. So you have the soft palette and the dramatic palette. We have the dramatic one. There is a sparkling foiled deep purple with multi-chrome sparkles within here. That's a kind of exciting shade that doesn't show in pictures very well. But when I opened it in person, I was like, whoa, look at that. It's gorgeous. It's like this deep blackened purple. I cannot wait to do something with it. Something we could do for New Year's Eve. But the rest of the shades are just kind of shades of neutral colors. I think this is a really cool concept. I think this would have been a really cool idea for MAC to have done something like this, because they have such a legendary like color system for their foundations and everything. But Natasha's system she uses with the HY-GLAM foundation, concealers, and everything is really remarkably easy to use. I had next to no trouble actually picking a shade for myself from her using the descriptions of the shades and following the system. It seems tricky, but it's actually really easy to... It seems tricky, but it's actually not that hard to use and very accurate. So I think it's just it's a neat idea having all those neutrals. This is something that's great for a makeup artist. For just the average consumer, it's a very useful selection of colors. Oh my gosh, he's knocking stuff behind. It's a very useful selection of colors, and the light version also very handy selection of shades. What made me get the dramatic one, being a ghost? You would think I would go with the soft one. It probably would suit my skin tone a little better because I do fall into those shades, but I really like these dark dramatic colors. All that being said, let's put this on the eyes and see how she performs. I really like the way the shadows feel in where I've touched them. They feel very silky. The metallics feel very buttery and smooth and complex. You have some that are more of a soft metallic finish, some that are more sparkly, and then that one that's like multi-chromatic, like whoa, super cool sparkle down here, which is just, I don't know if the camera's doing it justice how cool that shade is. It's gorgeous. But the shades are going to be labeled like the foundations and concealers are. We're going to start out with a fluffy brush and start building in the socket here. I'm going to do something just kind of smoky and a little bit bouncing around the palette, just giving things a nice little test. Alright, so I'm going to start with this shade called W1 over here to start things out in the socket line. I'm starting with a light amount of product. With a light hand, I'm just touching the palette and tapping. And just patting it on. Just to create that little bit of haze in the transition there. Which these shades are very buildable and easy to sheer as well. Alright, I'm going to keep that shade fairly soft because we're going to go into N1 right here, which is this one. We're going to bring that a little tighter into the socket. And I'm sticking with the same brush. I'm just going to keep that on the tip of it. This is one of those kind of tapered brushes. And I'm going to tuck it right in there. And kind of on the outer corner a bit. And then we'll diffuse. It's so easy to blend it. That was like a super dark shade, and just with a little bit of blending, it just right into the skin very nicely. Now we can go to a smaller, more concentrated little brush and really get that oomph from it. So I'm going to take this one from Sony Cash, it's just kind of a flat lay down brush, and I'm going to pat it right out here. And come up and out. And I'll also bring a little bit on the lower lash line as well. But the mattes in here are so silky, smooth, and blendable. Like, you can pat and really build up some pigmentation and then diffuse it so easily. These are really good. I think these are going to be really nice staple palettes. For anybody who just wants a nice selection of neutrals in a really high quality formulation, or for a makeup artist, this is going to be real good. I'm just a huge fan of her formulas, so I'm very excited about this. I've gotten real into more neutral kind of I guess you could say boring palettes. The older I've gotten. I'm not into wearing rainbows on my eyeballs anymore, I guess. Don't get me wrong, I still love a good dual chrome and some weird shades. But yeah, I'm just kind of boring. But I like to do fun things with neutrals. And just relaxing my eye. Building that up in that socket. I hear a lot of kerfuffling happening in the bathroom across from me, which is like his favorite room. That's playroom, because that was the first room he lived in. So he's like attached to that room, and he still has a little bed in there, and his food's in there. So he like it's home base kind of thing. But he also loves playing in here because I have carpet in here, and he likes carpets. It's the only room in the house that has any. So he's like, ooh. And he comes in here and just goes wild. Oh yeah, and in our closet. He goes nuts in there because there's carpet. Just diffusing some edges. But there we go. Now, I'm going to further deepen things up, and we're going to N3 right here, which is like a super neutral, dark, bark type color. Just true like chocolate, dark chocolate. It looks very edible. And I'm going to pat that right here, really into the outer V. Not getting any fallout. Yeah, the edges are diffusing, just easy as can be. Not really having to put in a whole lot of effort. I'm going to go to the lash line with that same shade and an angled brush. You could easily do an all matte look that could be very chic with this palette. There's a nice chicness to this palette. It has a sophistication to it. It gives quiet luxury. And I think Emily Noel, she described it as like dark academia. And yeah, it is. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Now I want to take N2, which is a beautiful chocolatey metallic shade right here. And I'm just going to swatch that for you so you can see it's one of those very smooth, just whew, beautiful metallics. Picking that up on my lay down brush, and I'm going to bring that onto the lid. You can see that shade just has that really soft glow, metallic quality to it. It's very smooth. Of course, you could take a finger and really build it up and get a little more shine from it. Jump back to my previous shade. We use as liner in the outer V. And just work a little bit more of that right here. Yeah, I really don't see any fallout. Maybe a couple little flecks where I just got messy with it. But it's nothing we couldn't just dust away. I think this looks pretty as is, but we could also take a little bit of, let's see. Let's do W2. This one right here. You put a little bit of that on the center of the lid. Just bring in like a little glow. And this shade has a bit more of a sparkle in it. It almost feels kind of wet in a way, or like creamy. I'm going to swatch it too for you. But it has like a bit of a complexity in it. It has that wet look to it. Which I love those wet looking shades that she has. So just press a little bit of that on the center of the lid with a finger. Look at that. Yep. Nice. It's a really nice glow just on the center there. It really catches the light. It's really nice, like wet sheen to it. Cool. Very cool. Add a little more under here. Might as well just smoke it up. And on the tear duct, I'm going to take a little bit of that shade we use on the center. Just a bit right here. Throw a little brown liner in the tight line. Very moody, very smoky. Still kind of chic and cool. That's the goal. Okay, taking just a little bit more of our first shade we used, the Y1, W1, and I'm just gonna blow this out a little more. Because why not? We're playing. So yeah, you could definitely bring the drama with this palette, no problem. I mean, that's why it is called dramatic. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna throw on some mascara. And yeah, we'll finish things off with a little bit of blush and a lip. I'll see you in just a second. All right, we're back with mascara on. Let's do a little bit of blush. I'm just gonna use Natasha for this step as well. This is the My Dream Blush and Highlight Trio. We'll go in with this. So I feel like these colors will go well with the eyes. Everything else on my face will be listed and linked below. It's all Natasha Denona just about. We'll do a rather sculptural application. All right, and then I'll take some of the highlight. We'll do Milani Keep It Full Plumping Lip Liner in over the top. And then over that, we'll go with the Keep It Full Maxxx from Milani as well in the shade Single-ish. And that's our look all complete using the new Natasha Denona Eye Sculpt Texture and Tone palette. It is a gorgeous palette. For first impression wise, the quality of course is there. I have zero complaints on the quality front or anything else for that matter. There's lots of beautiful tones in here and shades to go with. The formulation, silky smooth, ultra blendable mattes. And the metallics in here are like just so creamy, so easy to work with, minimal fallout. I cannot wait to create more looks with this one. Yeah, we're going to do something maybe very dramatic for New Year's Eve over here with this shade. And I really want to do like something soft every day, very easy peasy type of look. I want to do something with this row right here because it's just a beautiful rosy mauve situation happening. Love it. Love it. And I like how substantial this feels. This feels like a wonderful travel palette. Like it's not going to break. It's going to sit well in a kit if you're a makeup artist. So yeah, the quality is definitely there. I don't think you'll be disappointed in that. If the colors speak to you, if you like neutrals, if you like dramatic neutrals, here you go. Yeah, so that is all for today. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe.